Hello everyone and welcome to Talk Sport on Global Television. I am Samuel Odi. We had lots of actions just this past weekend and good action, some coaches doing well, some talking about winning, continuing their winning streak and some getting suspended because of their gesture towards their fans. This is very, very interesting and today I have someone with me in the studio who will help us talk about most of these talking points. But let me introduce my guest to you before we have the conversation about the coaches, one doing well and saying he's not taking his foot off the gas, while the other one is actually getting punished for giving some gestures towards the fans. Joining me to talk sport this morning is Olarewaju Jesse, my guy. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, many thanks for joining. I'm sure you're excited. I know you have so much to say already, given the fact of what transpired.
It was a great weekend.
It was a great weekend.
Great sporting weekend all around.
Yes.
All around.
A very, very interesting sporting weekend. So let's get right into it. Former Nigerian champions Kano Pillars have suspended their head coach Usman Abdullahi for 3 weeks, nailing him for his recent poor performance in the 2024-2025 season, as well as a bad gesture towards the fans earlier yesterday. So the club announced Abdullahi's suspension after their goalless draw against Bayelsa United at home, with his assistant and former player Ahmed Garba, also known as Yaru, taking over in the meantime. The management of Kano Pillars FC have suspended the club's technical advisor Usman Sharif Abdullahi for 3 weeks over poor results and his gesture towards the fans after Sani Musa's Gida's 0-0 draw against Bayelsa United. The club announced this via X. And then moving on, still talking coaches now. Romeo Stars head coach Daniel says they can't lose at all. Romeo Stars coach Daniel Ogunbende has stressed the importance of keeping up their winning streak in the 2024-2025 Nigerian Premier League football as they chase their first title in the club's history. The Kenya side have won their last 5 matches and are unbeaten in the last 7, currently holding an 8-point gap in the top of the table as well. On Saturday, they made their 5 wins in a row by beating Sunshine Stars 2-1 and what could have been termed a away from home game against the Akure side, who have recently adopted the Romeo Stars Stadium in Kenya as their home ground as well. After the win, Daniel reflected on his team's performance and its importance to their challenge their title, or to challenge for the title, basically. So looking at these two sides now, we're starting from the home front. Usman Abdullahi getting suspended. One, yes, we've seen, as we know, they are giants when it comes to Nigerian Professional Football League, and they are former champions of the league, and then they have lots of qualities, likes of the legend Nigerian former champions, African Cup of Nations, African Nations captain and also winner Ahmed Musa playing in that team, and then having the coach now and them not doing so well, then following up with not being respectful to the fans. How well do you think the management took this decision?
Well, in every establishment, I believe there are rules. There should be rules and guidelines to guide we humans.
Yeah.
So I feel the club, there's Kano Pillars, is part of their rules. Gesture to the fans, no bad gesture to the fans. I don't know the gesture, but I feel some kind of gesture, and that kind of moment, you are not winning. You need to be winning.
Yeah.
And Kano Pillars, the champions, they are a very good side. They have been one of the very good sides in the Nigeria Premier League so far for a very long time.
Yes.
And they have the likes of our
former
captain Ahmed Musa there, and they still have Usman too coming in the system, and the Ali, the all-time Ali legend.
Yes.
So sometimes it's like that. So he needs to win. You need to win. It's all about winning. Those guys, they want you to win. So you need to challenge yourself. I feel he needs to drop those gestures
and focus more
on the game.
That means I guess fans can.
Yeah, he was carried away. He was carried away by the fans. And how the northern brothers. You know how they feel. They are passionate about football. They love football.
So much,
they love football so much. So I understand how you get those sticks for not performing well, but you don't need gesture to prove. You just need to prove yourself by winning. So you need to win to prove yourself. So that's it.
Okay, let's look at these other guys now. The Romeo Stars have been top clear now with 8 points, giving, you know, the number 2nd position guys like 8 points gap, which is a lot already. And now their head coach is saying they are never looking forward to like take the foot off the gas. Do you think they can go all the way and win their first ever Nigerian Professional League title? Do you think they can be champions?
Yeah, at this space,
yes.
You hear the coach. That's somebody that wants to win.
Okay.
That's, you know, he has, I believe as a team, he has set a target for himself and his team.
Yeah.
Like, yes, we need to win and we are winning. And he's in a good position right now. 8 points difference from second place. That's massive. So you just need to continue winning. Consistency. Take the game step
but how
by step.
disciplined do you think they can be now? Because now one loss can actually cost them the title.
Remo Stars are a very good team. Since last season, I told you, last time I was there, they're a very good side. Their pattern of play, the system, their stadium, everything, their fans, everything around them is working. And Coach Daniel now, Ogumodede, is performing well too. And you know, he's also the an assistant coach for the Super Eagles team. So he's getting experience day by day. He's building up on this. So has the team too. They are growing. So you need those kind of things to make you perform well. So I believe they can do it. I actually want them to, because good football.
Yeah, they're actually playing very good football as it stands now. And then watching them this past weekend, they started playing like the normal international guys.
Yes, you know, have you seen their academy system?
Yes,
they have very good. The Beyond Limit team. They are producing stars, players. You understand? So you know that's a club that want to achieve. Because any club that wants to achieve, you need the grassroots system. You need an academy. You don't need to just start buying players. You need to build players, and that's what Remo Stars have been doing for the past years.
They've been building,
and you can see now they are selling the players.
Yeah,
they are selling players all over the academy, from academy, same as the Remo Stars. So, and they are buying also. So they want to win, they want to challenge, and they're in the pool position now to win. So the right thing for them to do, just keep winning.
And they have more motivation now. 250 million Nigerian naira as prize money for the champions. That's
a lot in Nigeria, but at least it's a motivation to build. Just them coming in just last year, coming into the NFL Premier League. You see, so they need good work to them.
Well, kudos to Daniel Ogumodede and his entire squad, and then congrats to them on being, you know, top #1 and then cleared with actually 8 points. So we're just going to fold our hands and then see, because they have other guys behind them coming with firepower to see if they can overturn them and take the #1 position. So moving away from grassroots and Nigerian football, let's talk about the embattled former Spanish football chief, whose trial is looking to begin today. Spanish former football chief Luis Rubiales goes on trial on today over the first keys he gave star forward Janina Hampson, with the player scheduled to take the stand. The 47-year-old provoked worldwide outrage after he curbed Hampson's head and gave her an unsolicited kiss after Spain beats England to win the 2023 Women's World Cup in Australia. The prosecutors are seeking 2.5 years imprisonment for Rubiales, 1 year for sexual assault for the first kiss, and 18 months for alleged concerns concerning Hampson. The 34-year-old downplayed the incident. The kiss was given unexpectedly and without a consent or acceptance of the player, prosecutors wrote in their indictments. This is serious. This has been ongoing since 2023. I don't know if you watched that.
Yes, I followed the story.
Yes. So do you think that is just too much? You know, before people got involved, actually the player was just all quiet before different organizations and associations, you know.
Not really quiet, but if you can see on her face,
shocked.
She was shocked. And I understand the moment of everything, the happiness, you
emotions
winning,
were high.
yeah, the emotions were high. But still, there are times you know you need to control those emotions. And you should know the place he is in a women's sports, women football, not. You understand?
Yeah.
Now, if he's coaching the male team, do you expect him to turn to? You understand? So you should understand where he is.
Yeah. So
I feel, and you know how it is. Yeah, it's all over. Everybody were watching. Kids were watching.
Yeah.
Game was all over. People were interested in it. So and you know anything that people pick interest in.
People actually picked interest in this.
Yes, because it was not. There was no consent in that. And as the player, she said so. There was no consent. He said so too, but. You know how it is.
Well, it is
so let's see how the trials
so
go.
his trial starts today, and then probably he might be, if the prosecutors gets their way, he might be, be on vacation for like 2.5 years in whichever facility that the judge decides
so sad for him.
to send him to. But what do you think? Do you think this is going to have a negative impact on his career as the former Spanish FA president?
Yeah, actually, because right now he's on trials. So, and him going to court from there, suspension, these things will come in. There's a place, yes. There's this feast now the people know him for. That is this person for this. You understand? It's the case, man. You understand? So yeah, so there will be a lot of names, a lot of things, that would I should not say use the word tarnish his image, but in a way,
it's actually going to draw him.
Yes, because he did not allow he did not control his emotions. You understand? He needs to control emotions. He was supposed to learn that. He should know his place. That is in the female sport. To a female player that is not your girlfriend, that is not your spouse. Yeah. You understand? And that is not just. It was not a peg. It was a kiss.
So all of these things, they just get me wondering. Now, in my head, I'm wondering if, let's not talk about that. Let's not talk about that. Let's move on. Moving on, let's talk a little bit about transfers. We are looking at Marcus Rashford now complete a loan move to Aston Villa and steals Manchester United exits with a £40 million buy option, maybe at the end of the summer. That's what the deal is looking and saying. Marcus Rashford has completed his loan move to Aston Villa and sealed his exit from Manchester United. The 27-year-old underwent his medical yesterday, having already agreed to move to Villa Park after falling out with a favour under United boss Ruben Amorim. Confirming the news early hours today, the club wrote, Aston Villa is delighted to announce the loan signing of Marcus Rashford from Manchester United. This is, of course, you'll be excited to have a player like Marcus Rashford on your team, but did you get the old Marcus Rashford that we used to know? That is a very big question. I think sometime last week, right? We were having a conversation about Marcus Rashford leaving Manchester United, and he took our advice. So we're global now.
It's a good thing.
Yes, but he didn't take the whole advice. We said he should go out of England, but he did not.
But at least he's out of Manchester United.
So now, do you think this move is actually right?
For him, for his
to the club, actually.
To the club.
Moving away from Manchester United is a good move. So at least you can get back to playing football, right? So now, do you think remaining in England and moving to Aston Villa is actually a right move?
It's the right move still for him, because I feel he has a lot to prove.
Yeah.
He still believes he can play in England. And I told you the other time, there's a lot of responsibility on this young man's neck, that I feel I need to still be in England. I need to still challenge in England. And in Aston Villa, I believe he's going to perform well under the guidance of Unai Emery. I know he's a very good coach. He's a very tactical man.
Yes.
And the system is all right. He has England players also there, the likes of Watkins, the likes of Rodgers, firing on. So it's just a place for him to settle.
What do you think his what's it called now? The mixture between him and Watkins on playing the number 9 position.
Yes.
Straight 9, and then Rashford coming in from the
with a good system.
Yes, a good midfielder.
With a good system, good midfielder, with a good pattern.
Yeah.
I know he can perform. He still have those things in him. He has the shot power, he has the accuracy, the pace, and still, you understand? You know he's Rashford.
Yeah.
He lost his confidence in Manchester United. There was no support from the coach, no support from the fans, no support. I believe there's no support from the dressing room, some players too. So he needs to move somewhere else, because in life, if you're not performing well somewhere, you need a move. You move and try somewhere else. And in football, you know how it is. I work for a lot of players in recent years, not performing in this club, going to another club, picking up instantly, performing, winning medals, winning trophies. So and Aston Villa are in Europe. They're playing in Champions League. So, and United are not in the Champions League. So it's still a good place for him to play in Europe. And at the end of the day, you could see another Rashford, because he's a good player. I just believe he lost his head along the way
due to those injury factors,
injury and support. I believe Rashford is a player that likes this man management thing. You understand? He believes this coach that talk to him, that have this confidence in him, that okay, yes, I know you go in there, you do this for me, I know you understand. But with Amorim coming in from the very first moment, there was not that. And it was under Ten Hag, he was struggling. Coming in, he was performing well. His best season he has now was 20 goals up. In how many years? His best season. So he needs to move. We said the other time he needs to go out of Europe, either Dortmund or Barcelona. So we believe, you know why those deals you could not
go through, because who are you going to bench now?
But he's just him. He needs to know that okay, this time I need to revive my career. There's a lot at stake now. World Cup is coming. A lot of England players are performing well. He needs his place in that World Cup. So he knows that I need to move to play more football. And Aston Villa is a place he can play more football. And you know they have some injury problems. And they sold Durant to Al Nassr. So there's hole there. Yet he needs to feel, and he can feel it well. It's this Premier League. Don't need to learn a lot. Just need to learn different patterns,
understand the team and then
system of the team.
Well, we saw that Rashford did, when Van Nistelrooy took over a little bit. We saw him performing
some glimpse of old Rashford. Yes.
Like, then when
that's
Van Nistelrooy left, then the whole fire went down.
That's the man management thing.
Yes.
You understand? Van Nistelrooy knows his ability. He knows what Rashford can do. You have seen him in different years as an ex-player. I know he has been watching the game. You understand what, and he's an attacker also. So you know, in an attacker's time, there's a moment in a career sometimes you'll be down. So you just need this spark to put you up. One goal, one assist, 2 goals, before you know you are there
again.
That's what he needs.
Okay, moving away, we just hope that he finds his footing real soon with Aston Villa, as he has completed the signing and then the deal is done. So looking at it now, they said it's a two-way deal. Like, he can either return back, or at the end of the summer there's a buy option. Do you think he should, go back to Manchester United, or just remain in Aston Villa at the end of the summer?
This 6 months, this loan deal now, is the time for him. It's a make or break time for him in Aston Villa. And for his career, I believe so. Because in Aston Villa, if he performs well in Aston Villa, there are tendency another club, bigger team will come looking for him by the end of the season. And tendency is still signs for Aston Villa. And Aston Villa, you don't know their performance now in the league, how maybe they will qualify for Europe next season or not. So he needs to play in Europe to perform well, to play, score goals.
Villa are in the top 10 of the
EPL. Yes. They're trying. So by the end of the season now, I don't know their place. But he needs to score goals now. He needs to get his confidence back. He needs to get that Marcus Rashford groove back for him to revive his career. That's all I feel he needs now. And this is the time for him under Unai Emery. Unai Emery is a very good coach. We know how we have seen it in years from his days in Sevilla, in Arsenal, in Aston Villa. You know, he's a very good coach. He's a very good Spanish tactical coach. So maybe he seals one or two things, because he actually put a call to Marcus Rashford to convince him to sign for Aston Villa. That is a coach that believes in you. That is a coach that wants. So that alone boosts his morale. So this 6 months, this loan now, if he could stay fit and he will play more, score goals, at the end of the season, you could say another big club may
come for him. Maybe the Barcelona even, and
yes, you can't say anything. You can see how the transfer is now.
It's very funny.
Yes, a lot of things are happening in the transfer world now. A lot of shockers. So anything can happen.
Talking about shockers now, Chelsea's defender Ben Chilwell has been sent to undergo medicals at Crystal Palace. Now, this is another loan deal for 6 months, and also has another option of a buyout. Yes. So Chelsea defender Ben Chilwell has been, have a medical checkup at Crystal Palace once the final details are ironed out in the 6-month deal. Palace have been looking to add a centre back or left side back, and also have been working on a possible deal for Chilwell, who has also provided cover for Tricky Mitchell on the left-hand side for the last 10 days. Chelsea would need to be prepared to pay a portion of Chilwell's wages in order for him to make the move to the park, as he is one of the highest earners at Stamford Bridge. So looking at this now, also Alec Darcy leaning towards joining Aston Villa on loan. Another move. What is Maresca doing, for Christ's sake? Loaning your defenders. Look at what happened with Chalobah. He loaned him and then he saw how well Chalobah was performing. He had to bring him back now
to the team.
He had to bring him back to the team now. These are like the forefront guys for Chelsea. Now loaning these guys now and looking at the bench is not looking so good for Chelsea. This season, as Maresca says, Chelsea are not title contenders, though they are still in the top 4, which is, I don't know if it was during the days of Abramovich. I'm not sure he would still have a job by this time with Chelsea. Yes. I'm sure Abramovich would have fired him.
Yes.
He would fire him, because what do you mean that Chelsea are not up for title contenders? They are not title contenders. But let's leave that conversation for now. But Chelsea's bench is not looking so good in terms of having defenders. All boys that we have are guys from the academy that are not well experienced. Now loaning your top players, your first starters. How do you think this is going to affect Chelsea in the long run, in the next 6 months?
Well, as Chelsea team have a very big, bulky squad. As you can see, they have a very good team. They sign a lot of players, good players. And these players, some of these players are underperforming.
Yes.
So he knows that I'm not using you. You need to leave. And those players, you that you're not played, you can't be happy.
You can't be happy.
You understand? Those players, they need to play. They want to play. Not just about the money, not just about the wages. Sometimes you need to play. They need this consistency. And you know, Ben Chilwell, with his fitness issue, he has not been so fit.
Yeah.
And what Maresca needs, his pattern of play is this high intensity football movement. Cucurella is giving him that.
Yes.
And
Chalobah is
giving him that. And sometimes he tweaks his formation to. So he's the coach. He knows what he needs. He feels okay, this Chilwell actually wants to leave because he's not using him.
Because looking at it now, just this season, he has only played for like 45 minutes in the entire competition, and that was like in the Carabao Cup.
Yes. So he's not using him. So it's the best thing for him to leave. And I don't know for Crystal Palace, because Tyrone Mitchell is playing wonderfully well. The young lad is playing well. So I don't know if Chilwell will be able to bench the lad. You understand? But they want him. So that sometimes you need a backup, and Chilwell has this experience too. Don't forget that he's a very good defender too. He has proven he's a very good defender. But just because of injury issues, injury issues. But so you need time to play. Maresca is not giving him that time because of
get back on this.
Yes, so it's a good thing for him to leave. Same as DSC and other players too. If you're not playing, he needs to leave. And you know they have a lot of players. Those young lads too, if you don't give them time to play, when will they perform? You don't know what they can do. You understand? So you need to give them time. And they have a lot of players on loan. A lot of players.
That's what I've noticed with Chelsea. Chelsea like rarely sell their players.
Yes.
They will just close a deal with loan and
because
buy
those players have 6, 7, 8 years contracts in hand in Chelsea. So and there's no team that want to sign you with those huge transfer. You understand? Because your buyback clause is going to be on the high side. So you just need those players now to go on loan, bring them back if they perform. Their value devalues, you negotiate, okay, this is what your value now. You understand?
Just like Chilwell now, currently he's the highest paid player in Chelsea. So if at the end of the summer he's looking to remain
this is a way to fringe him out. Fringing the player like this out is you can't just, no team will come and pay those luxurious amount of money for them because they're not playing it now, they're not making impact now. You understand? So giving them loan move, coming back, you see there's no place for me. The player to know there's no place for me in this team. They'll find a team and play and renegotiate their deals because Chelsea's paying a lot of money for them. Their wages are very high. And for a defender, for a Chilwell, getting those kind of amount of money, not performing. So it's good to let them go. So balance the wage structure.
Okay, we'll be going on a very quick break. So we are still talking transfers. Cristiano Ronaldo is refusing to rule out Real Madrid return, as he says it's going to be the best time for him in his career. Well, let's go on a very quick break, and when we return back, we'll be having that conversation. Do stay with us. Yes, many thanks for staying with us. Now, let's talk about a living GOAT, a living legend, Cristiano Ronaldo. Some persons have argued that he's like a god of football. And some persons there's this argument that's ongoing about Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi, who is the greatest of all time. Well, we are not having that conversation anytime soon. Cristiano Ronaldo has refused to rule out the Real Madrid future. As he says, it's the best time of his career. Cristiano Ronaldo said he would like to return to Real Madrid in some fashion, but only when his playing days are over. Cristiano Ronaldo spent nearly a decade at Bernabeu, scoring 451 times in 438 games for the Spanish giant. He won 4 Champions League titles with the club and received 4 Ballon d'Or prizes 4 times during his time there. Just look at how amazing one man can be. Looking at this man now called Cristiano Ronaldo, I don't even know why he's still playing football at this at this age. Not just playing football, but performing at the level which he's performing at. Okay, let's say he's 39, LeBron James is 40. LeBron James still catches alley-oop in basketball and dunks everything. Just early hours of this morning, he got his fourth what's it called now, triple-double in the season, regular season. It takes a whole lot for you to be able to do that. But let's talk about Cristiano Ronaldo. What do you think he's going to go back to Real Madrid to do? What points does he want to go and prove it?
he said it's the man. Yes. Real Madrid loves him. As you can see, he had a luxurious career there, very good career. score goals.
He scored more goals than more times he
appeared. He played 51 goals.
And he appeared
that's a lot.
That's a whole lot.
That's a whole lot of goals for a player. That's why he's there among the greatest of all time to play this sport. Same as LeBron James, you mentioned. Those guys, their longevity is, man. You need those kind of fitness. Yeah.
You know, talking about fitness, aside, you know, the Lakers facility, Cleveland facility when LeBron James was there, he says in an interview that he spent $1 million.
They invest in
his body on a yearly basis, annually.
Yes. So this is the outcome. The outcome is this: still achieving at this age, scoring goals, record. You understand? Setting records for the younger ones. These younger ones, when did they want to meet this record? Cristiano Ronaldo now is going to 1,000 career goals. That's what he's looking at. Some clubs have not achieved. Clubs have not achieved that.
Since inception.
Yes, have not achieved that number of goals, but one man. So you understand? You know that. So they're always setting those bars high. So, and going back to Real Madrid, you know now, Madrid is his home. You feel welcome.
Yes.
If you want to play, Ronaldo, if he's fit, he can play anywhere. Just give him the service. He's nowhere to score. He knows the goalpost. Left, right, head. You understand? He's a very good player there. So this should show you this commitment of a player. He invested in himself, giving himself time. You understand? He knows that, okay, I need my body to stay fit, to be on shape for this. And that's what he has been doing. And you see, he's scoring.
It's very, very great. He's actually scoring and still scoring. He even scored just this weekend, like for
Al-Nassr. It's his team.
So it's just like a norm for him.
Imagine you scoring, when you're 30-year-old, scoring, having no more goals than people career. Ronaldo now has, at 30, he has more career goals than Kun Aguero.
Yeah.
Kun Aguero is a very good striker. Check his numbers. From 30, it's just 39. So in 9 years, people achievements in 15, 20, you understand? Yes,
he's
making it. So that's say more about who he is. And you know, his franchise is a businessman. He can come back to Real Madrid for a business, and he's always welcome anywhere he goes. In his country, in Portugal, he's welcome. He invests a lot in museums, in academics, football, on a lot. So if you want to come back to Madrid, I know he'll be welcome.
Just like he also said, one of his dreams is actually to play with his son. LeBron James has that dream, so he's living it already.
He's living it already.
He's living the dream already.
So you need, and his son is with him in Al-Nassr, performing well. The boy is scoring 5-7 goals in a match like his dad. So you know, so that's
so we should know.
Yes,
it runs in the family. Okay, let's talk Boniface now. Victor Boniface. We had rumors like just a few days that he was going to make a move, but all things not being equal, he returned back to Bayern Leverkusen. Looking at that now, and then he contributed to Bayern Leverkusen, just having, won their game 3-1.
Yes, scoring the first goal.
Scoring the first goal and still telling them, yes, I'm still very much available. So let's talk about the move now. What actually happened from what we found out from the report reaching us is the release clause of the money. Why do you think they don't get pay much for black players, despite the fact that they tend to produce more? They produce more, they produce a whole lot of qualities.
Well, I don't know the scouting system, because in every club, signing a player, there's a thing you need to see. This thing you need, these attributes this player needs to have for you to sign him. So for the first place, them going for him, that's Boniface, shows that he's a very good striker, shows that this is what this striker wants, and he's performing well at Leverkusen. So you feel, okay, he won the league in Leverkusen, I still want to play in Europe. He's in Europe, I still want to keep performing, scoring the goals under the tutelage of Xabi Alonso, a very good player and also a coach. You understand? So he shows that, okay, I'm here to stay, and Leverkusen fans welcome him back. He's scoring. It's just negotiation. If they can't just pay what he wants, so, and they look at a lot of things. Them signing Duran now, Duran from Aston Villa, he's still younger than
Victor Boniface.
So they believe, okay, this guy, and the package was good. it's all about package. It's all about agreements. All about money. All about if you know what we want.
It's business.
Yes, it's business, and then so I believe they could not match its value. It's just about value, and you can see it shows if value to the weekend. You need to see that.
You need to send a message.
That's you need to see the positioning. One time finish with his left foot. That's the top-notch striker. You don't need a lot of chances. Create space for yourself.
It's just almost, it plays almost like Victor Boniface, Victor Osimhen. When you just see
victorious
but I'm just super excited that though if the move would have happened, I would have been happy, but still it didn't work out. He coming back and then proving the points is something I'm also excited about. So let's talk Arsenal, Man City. Man City fans, did you all have a good night? Because I'm wondering,
I'm not sure.
You guys came out, shaked a little, and acted as if you've won the trophy. So now, what's the secret? How did Arsenal get to do this? Because I'm still surprised.
Players, determination. There's a lot of things at stake coming into this game. Arsenal, they want to catch up points with Liverpool, and they know, okay, we have to beat Man City. And into this game, if you watch the first leg, there is a lot in the first leg to the Haaland saga, the stay on Booth saga, the Gabriel saga with Haaland, a lot of things. And Arteta now, he coached under Guardiola too. He wants to show his boss. Yes, there was a lot at stake in that game.
Rivalries that have been brewing for a very long time.
And Arsenal showed, okay, we are up to the task. That's yesterday. They played so fantastic well. They dominate City in virtually all areas. And Guardiola came into the game doing the same Guardiola, overthinking his pattern. Look at the lineup, same.
Trying a whole lot of things.
A lot of things. Yeah. So, he paid for it. Arsenal made sure he paid for everything. And Lewis Skelly too, the kid, he played so well. I feel he has been the definition in the past 5 games or so for Arsenal, coming into that left back position. That position, there have been injuries and injuries.
Like that. Then Manchester City tend to capitalize more on that left back position. And then they tried it yesterday and it did not work.
It did not work. It did not work because we have this player there. Because he's an explosive left back. You understand? So he still have this strength. He knows how to run. He has this. He wants to prove a point. He's playing for his position. So he's not like other players, the Foden, the other guys in Manchester City they are relaxed, okay. But this young lad, he shows, okay, I want to, and a wonderful good for him.
Okay, despite everything, we saw the win yesterday. Won Manchester City hands down. There was no cap about that. But now
demolition,
really big demolition. Let's talk about Gabriel Jesus and Haaland. Gabriel Jesus. Mangas rather. I'm talking strikers. Gabriel Mangas and Haaland. It got to a point where Gabriel started, laughing and then being disrespectful.
He was taunting Haaland. He was in Haaland's head.
He was really in his head.
As a defender, as a defender, those kind of attributes are very good attributes as a defender. You need to put your attacker, you need to destabilize him in every way you need to. And coming into this game, remember the last game, Arsenal Man City, how it ended, stay humble thing, you understand, and all of that.
So pointing at the badge, at the trophy, and all of that.
That's just trophy. That's what Haaland is using to over Arsenal. Now he's using to ride them. But this is their moment. A very good time for them. Winning them 5-1. You got last side. It's not an easy job to do.
Arsenal fans felt they won the Champions League.
Yes, those are the kind of things they celebrate a lot. You understand? So it's a good thing for them. They should enjoy the moment because Guardiola have done a lot of harm to a lot of clubs in England, in Europe for a very long time. So him getting the sticks now, getting this win, getting this loss, all this now is at the time. He needs it. He needs this. I know
to know that he's still a human being.
Yes, he's still a human being. You can still lose. You are not the best.
You are not the best.
You understand football? There are a lot of things coming up. Players too, and Arsenal very good side. despite the misses, because watching that game, there should be like more than five goals.
Yeah,
Kai was in his kiting, so.
Kai always
you understand? So, but a very good game, masterclass from Partey, Thomas Partey. You understand that midfield, and the midfield is Man City problem right now. Losing Rodri, there's no stability. Kovacic and Bernardo Silva, Foden. You can't do that when you have the likes of Thomas Partey. You have Declan Rice there. Those people, they will mark.
Naturally born.
You understand? Those guys are bullish DMs. They will attack you before you think they are there. You cannot bully them with the body. They have the strength. Technically, they are good. They know how to move the ball, short passes, long passes. Everything came to play yesterday.
Yeah.
You should know that the quality came to play. Declan Rice shows the quality that, okay, giving 2 assists, you understand? I'm there, not just 100 million player. I'm there, I'm performing. There's a standard to the game, and in big games, he has been performing in big games.
You know, there's something about Declan Rice that I always love, and, you know, and the person that I think played like that is Kante when he was in Chelsea. He always shows up for all those big matches. You know, without the last Champions League that Chelsea won, without N'Golo Kante in that DM position against Man City, there was nothing Chelsea would have done.
Those are the kind of players that they know their role.
They know their role. Like when it's time to show up and like say, okay, today I'm not losing.
Declan is a very good player.
No, he's a great player.
Coaching his team at the age of 18, when he was in West Ham. He was the captain. Yes. He was the captain in West Ham. He won trophy with them.
Yes.
First European trophy. And you understand. So
he has a very strong leadership skill.
A lot. And
he performed. He showed yesterday.
And he's improving every day. He's improving. And he said, okay, this is opportunity for me to prove that I'm a very good player, that he knows he is. So he's showing that in this game, and he brought this stability into this team, because if you have this Declan Rice, you have this Partey there, there's the kind of free movement for Odegaard around to make those passes, pick those balls, create chances.
Odegaard almost played like a free role yesterday because
you have Thomas Partey and Declan Rice
doing the whole work
for you. You don't need to run around a lot. Just be in those positions to pick those balls when they finish marking the ball. Pick and make decisive passes that will lead to goals. And you can see yesterday they outplayed City. They humbled City. You should use that word, humbled.
Talking about City, but also Manchester United. Wow. Manchester United also got humbled by Crystal Palace. It's a humble season, you know. So and then there was a bit of pressure for thoughts. Looking at how it all started, Ruben Amorim, what can you say his formation and all? Just looking at this, now Manchester United slumped to another meek home defeat as Crystal Palace won 2-0 at Old Trafford earlier on Sunday, while Tottenham eased the pressure on Ange Postecoglou by beating Brentford 2-0. Jurgen Phillips Mata was placed hero with the goals in the second half as United suffered the 5th defeat in their last 6 home league games. Victory takes the England above the Red Devils in the table as Olive Grant's side climbed to the 12th place. 3 consecutive wins for United had left the mood around Old Trafford, but it was back to square one for Ruben Amorim after another home display lacking in creativity and riddled with defensive lapses. Amorim's decision to start without a natural striker backfired, with both Ramos Ronjos and Joshua Zirkzee left on the bench. Midfielder Kobe Manu started in the centre-forward role after scoring in a 2-0 victory over Romanian side just this weekend. Do you think Kobe Manu is a DM? So I think he's taking the page off Pep Guardiola's book, experimenting.
He overthought that.
How would you put Kobe Manu in that? Come on now.
That's overthinking. I believe so, because I don't know why you have it. You have 2 strikers on your team.
You left them
on the bench. You played a DM. If you are playing a Bruno there, I can say, okay, yes, a Bruno, he have this goal scoring instinct. He can score.
Yeah.
Yes, if you play a Ahmad there, I can say, okay, yeah, you play the Garnacho there, okay, they're an attacker, this they can score.
Yeah.
But you play the Kobe Minor there, you play, I don't even understand the pattern, you understand? So, but you paid for it, as you can see, Crystal Palace, a very good side, they have been struggling to beat, so this is their time, they're trying to get their foot back. And you can see, yes, they made sure Manchester was not smiling.
In the Premier League, winning away from home is something really, really big.
Yes, it's actually big. It's actually big.
And beating a team like Manchester United
in Old Trafford.
I was just imagine the face of Sir Alex Ferguson.
Old Trafford is not what it used to be before, as you can see. Winning in Old Trafford is not, it's not that difficult again. I know, you understand. just go right, get your tactics right, get the approach right towards them, because sometimes defensively they were not and they're not scoring more goals. You need to score more goals to win.
And Onana is not all that.
And it's not, you understand, receiving more goals. Since last season or 2 seasons back, Manchester United have more shots against them than any other team. And as a big team, if you want to win trophies, you want to challenge, you cannot keep facing shots, because more you face shots, the more you score. Your defenders cannot be blocking everything. Your keeper cannot be saving everything. So they need to get it right. And Amorim now, his pattern now, that's to show. England is a different ball game, a different kind of sport. The intensity in England is different.
That means, are you trying to say like he has not fit in properly?
He does not have the right players to showcase that his pattern.
Because to be fair now, when American Hand was around, we saw lots of injury worries.
Yes, but still
he still was able to clinch the FA Cup.
A lot of teams have injury problems. It's not about injury.
Sometimes
not much injury. In some angles, some positions, some integral positions. Every attackers are there.
True.
Their midfielders are there. You have an Ugarte, you have. Yeah, he's even leaving them on the bench. You understand? Wow. So that's why I say it's the pattern. It's the pattern of play. His formation is not showing right, and the players are not playing towards his pattern. You understand? You can't just learn that pattern in a season. Because you playing a 3 from the back. There's a lot. You need the wing backs, the full backs. It does not have it. And now you just signed the player from Denmark, player. So now bringing that player now.
Signing for I think £23.5 million.
Thereabouts. I don't really understand.
I think
so now he knows that I need this player to play. So with time, this pattern hopefully because as a club, they will not give you a lot of time for you to be showcasing yourself. There won't be a lot of time, just few time for you. Everybody needs to win. If you don't win, you need to qualify for top 4, or top 6. You need to start winning those games and not losing this kind of games in your home. Crystal Palace cannot be beating you in Old Trafford if you want to challenge. You understand? You need to win those kind of games. Your own place is the place you need to gather points. If you are losing away,
at least get a draw.
You understand? At least get a draw. But it was not like that. Kudos to Crystal Palace, Arsenal and his team. And kudos to Mateta, the big man, the French man. It shows that yes, he's there. This is why he's the number 9. He's there to pay, and he scored brace. Very good goal for him.
Well, I'm super happy, Sha, for Crystal Palace coming up, and I'm sad for Manchester United fans and Man City fans.
For the Manchester fans, both the Manchester United and
Manchester
City.
There are a lot of Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal fans that ran to Manchester City. And now rain is falling under their roof, so they should just accept it.
They should get this thing. You can't be winning every time. You understand? Everybody, as football is improving, a lot of teams, a lot of coaches are thinking also out of the box. Players to being ambitious. Players to are setting their personal goals. Want to reach these targets, goal and assist. So you need to think ahead. Do ×2 of it, and hopefully your players to give you the best of them.
Well, we just thank God, and then you know, happy for football, happy for
the weekend. It was a lovely weekend. It was a lovely weekend. A lot of banters on the socials, a lot of banters from friends, people crying in my DM, Manchester City fans, Arsenal fans being happy, and good thing for Liverpool too. We won our game. Yeah, it's a very good team because you need to win those kind of games. Those against Bournemouth side. Bournemouth are a very good team. As in the last 12 games, they have not lost. They've not lost at all. So you should know they have beat in the top 6. They have beat the top 6
and the top big players.
Top big players. And despite their injury woes, and they are still performing, you should know Bournemouth is not a very good, not a very bad side. They're a very good side. And they showed you. But kudos to Mohamed Salah.
He always
kudos to he came through and everything. So you need to win those kind of games if you want to win the league.
True.
You understand? You don't need to draw these kind of games. You need to win these games. Sometimes you don't even need to win more of the top 6.
All those guys that just come
because those average teams are there are more teams than the top 16. Most of those coaches are focused on the top 4. We'll win this guy. They'll be preparing for top 4 that you're going to play the next 4 games. And you have an average team that you play in the next 2 games. You understand? Those teams there and they want to challenge. Those teams also they are aiming high. So this kind of games defines a team.
Okay, quick one before we go. Each like this say I got knocked out again.
So sad for him. I was so sad. I was just scrolling through my phone. I don't want to watch the knockout. I believe in the game because if you watch, I watched the. I did not watch the fight, but I watched the clip. It was at the time it was poked in his eyes. Okay. But there's in the UFC rule, if you are being poked in your eye, you have this 10 seconds break. And he did not call for the break. Immediately seconds. And you know the game of the boxing is seconds thing. So that jab he could not resist. So,
all right, that's how much time will permit us to take on today's edition of Talk Sports. Olaiwaju Jesse, thank you so much for joining.